Okay, I'm gonna just get right into it. Alright, I'm gonna try not to have too much of my head show in this video. I'm gonna try to be a little more self-conscious about that. Hydrangeas, we'll try that one. I think I'll throw a poppy right on the top. Mr. Poppy will be, somewhere around here. Obviously you don't see the white pencil mark, but it's here. Around in here somewhere. The center will be right where that X is. Alright. But the hydrangeas will be one here. I'll plop one right in here, and be another one all around here. So pretty much they'll cover the bottom. Alright. I could darken it in so you can see it a little bit. I guess that would be cool, right? Mr. Poppy will be up around here. Okay. You still can't see it too well. Hydrangea 1 will be here. Hydrangea 2 will be in front of that one. Hydrangea 3 will be right there. 2 will be in the back, 1 will be in the front. Alright, so it'll be 1, 2, 3, and Mr. Poppy. Alright. The reason I don't really, I guess, do too many of these, especially if I do a live video, is because it can be kind of time consuming. So depending on how this goes and flows, maybe I might speed it up a little bit. Alright, you'll know. So we're going to get right onto it. Alright, I'll do the yellow one first. Alright, and get that out the way. Now with the yellow, I'm going to block in the color. Right now I'm just choosing what brush to kind of put most of the paint in with. Guess I'll just use, I don't want to use nothing too big really. I'm looking around here to see what I got that's kind of suitable for the project at hand. I'll just use Mr. Old Trusty 1" here, the 1" flat. I will wet the bristles. I'm debating whether I was going to use a little bit of the shampoo or not. We'll see how when time goes on, if I'll use this stuff or not. For the poppies, or for the hydrangeas, not necessarily. I will use them. I'm dipping in. I got CAD colors, CAD yellow, CAD red, and CAD yellow, CAD red, phthalo green, and titanium white. Now, for the first poppy here, as you can see, I do have the CAD yellow, but I'm also dipping in to some brown with the yellow. Give it a little deeper, kind of a shadow type of color. Alright, so it would give the appearance of deep shadow when I put the leaves in there, poppy leaves in there. Okay. Now, if I wanted, you can see let me talk about that first. 11 by 15 watercolor paper. I had some extra colors left from the last project, so I just sprayed the paper, used the blue and the magenta together, and just did what you see. When it was still wet, I just took some plastic, regular plastic, you use saran wrap, whatever, put it on there. I wrinkled it up with my hands a little bit, just let it sit there for a few minutes. Alright, it does dry with a wrapper underneath. Then I just gently peel it right off, and this is the pattern you'll see here. Alright, now if you're worried about the pattern showing on when you lay the color down, don't worry about it, because you're going to use thicker paint to cover all that up anyway. So I really wouldn't fret much about that. Okay, I'm just using a little more yellow, a little brown again, because you know it just dries ridiculously fast. And I'll just go back over it again, get a little deeper color. But if you're worried about the striations. Then you just use white, cover it up, and then use your color. I'm not too worried about it, as you can see. It doesn't matter. I'm going to cover it up anyway. Alright. So, yellow will be first. I'm going to rinse off my 1-inch flat. This is my workhorse. I kind of use it for just about everything. I'm going to get some more yellow here. Like I said, I have my table to the right of me. I'm a lefty. But for you to see the strokes and to see my hands and what I'm doing, the camera has to be to the right of me. Alright. Better vantage point will more than likely be to the left, and you won't see my head when I lean in, but the way the room is situated, I kind of like the easel being toward the window. So, this is just how I got the camera. Alright. It's all, let's see here, how am I going to explain this? It's best to use, when you do the hydrangeas, to use a filbert brush, okay? Because of the pointed, I think this is one right here. Because of the shape. See that curved shape up in there? Here. See that curved shape up top there? It's best to use one of those. Alright. I could actually use this for this project. But those petals would like be huge. So I will not use that one. I believe I got a small, no I don't, it's a smaller flat. So I was going to use either one of the flat brushes to do the petals. One of these two guys. Alright. And I think I'm more apt to use probably this little fella here. We'll see, because I'm looking right now if I got anything else that can substitute for it. And I believe I do. Might be a little too tiny. We'll see how it looks. This little flat right here. This little guy. I might use this one. Yeah, I will. Okay. And all I'm going to do as of right now, because I got the foundation color already on here. Okay. Like I said, this type of painting is a little monotonous, so I might put the fast forward button on this. I'm going to mix my titanium white with the yellow, just to make the yellow a little more opaque. Okay. That's the only reason why. No, no shampoo on this. I don't want it to be thin. But I am going to get some more yellow. Deepen that yellow just a tad. That should be good enough. Now, when you do these, alright, let's zoom in for a second. Gotta add the special effects. Alright, let's do that. Zoom in a little bit. Maybe a little closer. That should be good for you guys. Okay. When you do something like this, alright, it's always good to start off with one whole flower pattern. No matter where you put it, even if it's going to be covered. Okay, so I'm going to do two for you. So let's say press down and give it a little lift like that. And you press down, another lift, press down, another lift, press down, another lift, something like that. Alright, that's a full leaf right there. Alright, let's go somewhere else. You can build your whole flower off of that. So let's go over here on the side. Let's say we plop a dot right there. Okay? Now, that one will be a petal facing towards you, right in front of you. But you have to have one kind of off to the side. And then you would have, let's whiten that up. Make it a little taller. Maybe one right here. There. It would look like that. Right off on its side. Okay? And you know, you would put your little stamen or whatever right here in the center, little dot there. Same thing here. And you can build it right off of there. And a lot of this now will be you matching those patterns all over the place. even through this. In different directions. Okay? So there'll be a whole lot of this going on. Like I say, it can be a little monotonous. Alright. I'm dipping more into my titanium white. A lot of yellow. Now as I'm doing this, you can judge for yourself however you want to do it. Let's put another one here. A lot of these are going to be covered up anyway, but that's okay. Right now I'm just going to do the whole thing. Don't rush it. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm going to judge and find where I want my shadows to be for the actual petals themselves. Okay. Now I can keep doing these strokes until the paint wears right off the brush. I'll put another one here. Full flower here, full petals here. Press and lift. Various directions. A lot of the paint is coming off of the brush. You can see, and just do some more. Now what I can do also is darken some of these petals to show a sense of depth. You follow me? I'll show you that in a second or two here. Just a little more yellow and some titanium white. Now I'm going to dip the tiniest bit of the brown into this yellow. You'll see the difference. It might not look like much when you mix it on the palette, but you'll tell the difference as soon as you put it on the paper here. Now I might want that a little darker, so I'm getting more brown. Mixing it right in with the yellow. I want it darker, but I don't want it too dark. There we go. Put some right on top of the others. More brown. I got plenty of yellow on here, so I'll just use the brown. And if it's not dark enough, wait till it all dries, and you can glaze your color right over the patterns. Now, as I'm doing this, put some darker ones in here too. Now, I'm just cleaning off the brush real quick. As I'm doing this, as I'm looking at it, I'm going to choose where I would like my highlights to be. If I want my highlights to come from the right side, the left side, from up top. Okay, so I can have my highlights come in this direction, or that direction. Okay, let's choose around maybe around this direction here. But if I do that, I have to be very careful, because obviously this poppy leaf is going to cover most of that. Okay, so I'm going to use titanium white, yellow, touch more yellow. I want this to be much brighter than the rest of them. Still maintain this yellow. I add no shampoo, no kind of medium to it, just pure paint. Alright. Now, since I kind of want the highlights to be on this side, you just pick and choose where you want your highlights to be. And I haven't come up around. Remember, you got something coming in front of this too, so you want to kind of put your highlights aimed toward, more toward the center base of your. You don't have to have them everywhere, but just highlight a few various points. A lot of this will be hidden. This will be hidden. That'll be hidden. But you just want to have a few lingering different spots. Just like that. You might not need any more than what you see right now. Okay. And that would be perfect. Remember, you have two other ones to add in here. Okay. So let me rinse off Mr. Brush here. So I got the yellow one on the top. Let's put because you can have two behind one and one in front. Alright, or I can use the one that's behind, one in front, and yet one in front of that. I can also do one of those numbers too. So it all depends on where I want to go with this. So let's draw this back a little bit. And a little bit more. As you see, if I draw back, you can see how your eye kind of fills in all the rest. But you see also the brightest spot tends to be right in here. Alright, so it looks kind of odd to you, the shadow down here. Alright, and not as much detail up on the top here, but remember, you can have a petal coming across this. You're going to have another hydrangea in front of this. Alright, so it all makes sense when it comes together. I could either have the blue here or put the blue one over on this side. I kind of want to aim that blue in this direction, but I don't think I want it behind the one in the front. I think I want the blue to be in front of both colors. So let's start with this one here. I'm trying to figure out what color I want to make this fella. Because if I make it red, alright, the poppy's red, maybe a little much. Okay, or I could make the red one here, just put the blue one here on the corner. So it would at least give me some kind of, so this all goes into composition. Okay. I'm thinking, maybe I'll put a white one here. So it'll be yellow, white, and then the blue one. I can also do that. So let's put a white one right here. Since I've just made that decision for us, the white one will be interesting. Alright. I'll just obviously use the titanium white. I really don't have to worry much about this stuff showing through once you put this titanium white on. As you can see, it will cover all of that up. But I want the white to be white, okay, but not too white. I still gotta have a little shadow in there. And that's the one color I did not put in. Hold on, I'm gonna solve that right now. Because I was looking at my little color palette and I knew I was missing a color. So I'm gonna throw in some there. A little bit of this phthalo blue. Very, very dark, very piercing blue. Now, I'm only going to use the slightest tip of color for that blue. And I'll mix it in with the titanium white. But you have to be extremely careful. You only need the smallest amount of blue with this. Matter of fact, in the mix that I have, I'm going to use the titanium white. Here. Put it right in that mix. And doing that, I just got a glob of green on my tube of paint. That was bad mojo. I didn't want that. So let's wipe that off real quick. Yep. Okay. Good enough. Alright. Now, that's what I'm talking about. More. It's still got blue tint in it, but it's more white than blue. because I want to have a shadow effect on there. There we go. Now, as you can see, it's white, but it's a very light blue. That's what I need. That's what I want. That's what I'm looking for. All up in here. Don't have to be ultra perfect, because you're going to put the petals on top of all of that. But you still want a nice pocket of blue. Let's go right in here. Now, with me playing with this, like so, I can take this blue, just a slight dot of blue, alright, and plop it right in this corner here. Just like that. Nothing special. Just deeper in the corner. Don't have to be smooth or anything. Alright. Remember, the light source is coming from this side. And in here, it's going to be hidden anyway. So, a little darker in there. So let's aim this camera. Well, actually, let's zoom in and see. Now, I already know what's going to happen. So let's go downward. Now we can zoom in. Let's go up just a tad and zoom in. Just like that. Right in that corner. And just zoom out a little bit because I want you to see the top. There. Alright. Concentrating all on this here. We're going to keep that dark red in there. Once again, rinse off the brush really good. Flatten this out. Okay. Let's get on to the fun part, sweetheart. Using the same, what number is this? 8 flat. This little guy right here. Yeah. Try to get it to autofocus a little bit, but you guys see that. Alright. We're going to do the same exact thing that we did on the yellow one. I am going to use nothing but the titanium white. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to use the titanium white mixed in with some of this blue tint, because we got to have something to accent for the highlights, even with white. Alright, you're going to do the same exact thing. Make a nice little dot right there. Something like that. It's a little thin, but it's okay. Maybe put one right in there and one in there like that. I want that a little brighter. I'll keep playing with the titanium white, but it's okay. Once the rest of the colors pop up in there, it will make sense to you. Put one right there. No shampoo, none of that. Just pure paint. You want it kind of thick to cover up some of the background. Don't rush it. Don't get lazy with it. Won't be necessary. And you do it a petal at a time. Alright. Dipping into more titanium white. It's mixing in with the blue I have in here. Put some petals in here. Press and just lift away. Press, lift away. See that little teardrop shape? Teach yourself to go in different directions with it. You don't have to make them as large. Make them as large or small as you want. A little more titanium white, mixing it right in with the blue mix I have. You're probably thinking, well, isn't it gonna just appear to be kind of blue? Not when you put the highlights in it. No. The tricky thing about white, I want you to be a little thicker there. Yeah, like that. Add a little character there. The thing about white is you can slightly mix different colors in it and still maintain it to be white. Okay. When it gets to your shadow colors, still playing around in here. Get a little more titanium white, mixing red in with the blue mix. Pure paint, no medium added. When I get down below, I want my petals to be a little bluer than matter of fact, I'm adding a little blue to it now. I want it to be a little on the bluer side down in here. As a matter of fact, even darker blue than that. Just like so. In this area, I want them to be a little in shadow. Down below, all in here. It will all make sense to you after a while. I just want some darker pockets in here in the corners. All in here. So I have more phthalo blue than white. I'm just making little shadows of petals. Still in various directions. I'm going to clean off my brush. Synthetic brush. I use a synthetic brush because it springs back, holds its shape. I see that my walrus has just now blocked the door. I think he wants to go out. I'll take him out in a few minutes. I'm dipping it more into my titanium white. Smallest touch of phthalo blue, smallest touch. We'll continue on here. Alright. As you can see, the little brightness here. Alright. I can take care of some of that. I might not want it as bright in this area here. So I'll just kind of tone some of that down. Maybe some dark pockets in here and there. In here. Just playing around. There. Now, I got my dark set in here. This is going to cover up most of what you see in here anyway. With I think I'm going to have a deep blue in here. Alright. Now, you say, well, what's going to be the difference if you already made light blue here? Now, it's going to appear white when I put the highlights of the petals on this. And you will see the contrast, and it will appear to be very white when it's done. Right now, you have a light background, two light colors, so you have no way to judge it yet. But I already see the picture in my mind. And you will too when it's all said and done. Nothing but pure titanium white. Not too pure because I didn't clean off my brush. But it'll be a whole lot whiter than what you see. Alright, we're going to start right from the top here. Put it right in there. Like so. Actually, let me get some more white that's not contaminated because I still got blue in it. There you are, come here. We're going to use nothing but pure white. There. Pure titanium white with no contamination. Alright, there we go. Nothing but pure titanium white. Good mix of it. And the brush, like so. And then here we go. Right from the top. Now you can see that, can't you? Can you see the difference now? I bet you can. There. I'm going to keep it thick, keep it very opaque. And we're going to add some highlights to some of these guys. Not everywhere. Just enough to know where your highlight, where the bright part of the flower is going to be. You still treat it like a sphere, like a circle. Okay. I kind of know where I kind of want the highlights to kind of appear. Keep the paint pretty thick. Some of that's going to be covered, so be a little careful. There. I think it's starting to make a little sense to you here. Let's draw this up a little bit. There. You see it now. Highlights a little toward the top up here. It's going to fade out around in this area here. I might tease a few of them in these pockets in here, not too much. I gotta be a little mindful of where I'm at here. Yeah, that's pretty good. Something there. All right, that should do it for those. Now I'm gonna pull back, and you can see it makes a lot more sense if I pull back. So let's pull this back a little bit, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Slowly pull back. There. And let's lower that. All right. Now you see what I'm talking about. There. Okay. Hydrangea 1, Hydrangea 2, which is white. Okay. And then we're going to get to the blue one. Alright. Now, when I mention it to be blue, because like I say, right now you have really nothing to kind of gauge it, actually, because you got a light background. Two light colors, but you have nothing deep in the front to give it a sense of balance yet. Alright. So, I will, once you see me, slap that dark blue on here. And you'll see what I'm talking about. Nothing but deep phthalo blue. Okay, and it's going to appear all in here like this. All in here, just like so. All phthalo, all in here. I don't have to be very pretty with it. It's going to be all the background, all in here. Nothing but pure paint. No medium added whatsoever. I bet you could tell that's white now, don't you? You got to kind of have to see this through when you do something like this. In your mind's eye, what it's going to look like. Okay? I thought about doing a live video with this. I thought about it and thought about it. I'm like, I don't know. It depends on how long this one is. Because usually I'm looking at the tablet, see who's talking to me, or they're asking a question or something like that. Let me see. I'm looking at the time now. It's only 34 minutes. So I guess that's not too bad. 34 minutes of me taping this. I don't know how fast I'll be doing the little speed thing. Alright. Using the same flat brush. Okay. Now, when using the phthalo blue, I think I should have still enough of the color. Alright, now with using the phthalo blue, as you can see, this color is in front of both. Alright, now I can mix a good portion of this phthalo blue with white. It's such a deep color, this phthalo blue. So I am going to use plenty of the phthalo blue with some white. And I'm actually going to use a little of the shampoo to thin this out. Phthalo blue is one heck of a color. It's very, very deep, powerful color. Okay, I want it to be a deeper blue. I do, but still have some brightness to it. And you start them off just like you start off every other one. Let's zoom in for a minute. And let me aim the camera down just a tad, like so. Alright, that's perfect actually. Don't worry about that. You're not even going to notice it. And you're going to do the same thing. See this? Alright, you have one in front like that, aim towards you, just like so. Let's zoom out a little bit. I'll do another one. You might not have caught all of that. Let's do one right here. Something like that. And you're going to go in various directions with it, with all of these. I'm going to keep doing this until this color fades right on out. You should be able to see what I'm doing here with the strokes in whatever direction that I choose to go in. I'll put one right here, and I'll put some in here like that. Press and quickly release. Getting some more of this same color. And let's do some out here. Going other directions. You're not going to believe this, but I'm actually running out of my phthalo color. But that's fine. If you seem to appear to lose your way, alright, I'm going to add a little bit of my shampoo on this color here. Thin it out just a little bit. If you tend to lose your way doing these, once again, stop and do one of these numbers. North, south, east, and west. Alright. Right there. And then you go off right from that. Plop some in here. Now, as you can see, this is blue. Now that looks white now, doesn't it? Yes. I got bony thumbs, so that might have looked like a middle finger, so I have to be careful. Alright, anyway, moving on. Keep on going in here. As I get towards the bottom here, I get some more phthalo blue. It'd be more phthalo blue than anything else. Just a deep, solid phthalo blue. I got the brush in my mouth. Alright. Didn't clean my brush, don't need to. Nothing but pure phthalo blue. Just pure. You see how dark it is next to this. And I'm going to go right from the bottom here. Now you see how deep that color is? And you're going to do the same thing. Make its own little pockets. It's mixing in with some of the light color I have. But I'm just going to use nothing but pure phthalo blue, not mixing in anything else. And add your petals. All in the front here. All up in there. Just keep it going, keep it moving. bunch of petals all over the place. If you want to put some in between in here, do that also. You see the dark color starting to round it off and fill it out a little more. Alright. Get rid of some of that green from that yellow. That's fine. You see some of the light color is mixing with some of that dark. I didn't clean the brush. That's fine. Just like so. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? I guess I'm not doing too bad. I guess I could have made it a live video. I'll do another repeat of it then, do it live. Now I will add highlights. Got pure titanium white. Slight touch of the phthalo blue. More titanium white, a lot more. There. Let's add some highlights right in the front here. Press and release. Now your highlights will definitely have to take the shape of a flower. Or at least you're going to have to go in directions to where you feel the highlights will catch. Alright? So just be very mindful of that with the highlights. Your highlights have to be a little more precise. Take the pattern shape of your flower. Okay? It's the only way you can get away with it looking as convincing as a hydrangea as you can. Okay? And you see I didn't totally mix everything. It's not necessary. Kind of adds to it, really. You see some of them are popping out a little brighter than others. You kind of want that, like that. Something a little more, it's catching the light a little better than the other ones. It's kind of what you're looking to achieve. Maybe I pop one out here. I'm cleaning the brush. It's just about finished. I'm going to add even more titanium white, get it as bright as I can. Still got little tints of blue. Get it? And play around with some of them. Really push. Go away. Push. Some really, really bright ones. Like it's just touching the tip of some of these guys. Maybe some trying to peek out in the darkness in there. Maybe even look around in there. Have one half crescent right in there. Moving around. Now let's draw back, and now you can see what they all look like. There you go. There, you see that difference now? Okay. If I wanted to have this guy overshadow a little bit more than what I see, you just come on in with it. Spread it out a little bit more. I do want it to come out a little further. So let's do one of these numbers. Just wanted to invade its space a little more than what I see. Alright, I'll leave it be. That's cool. Just rinsing off the brush. Now you have your 3 different colors. Got your yellow, got your white, and you got your blue hydrangeas. Alright, Mr. Poppy will be here. I thought about maybe some nice little leaves popping in through a couple of these, maybe just floating around in here. But I know there'll be a couple in this direction, but I want to maybe put something snaking around here. Nothing here, but maybe something in between in this direction. Like it's, obviously it's going to be behind this, but I want something kind of 3D popping out toward that direction. I'm still contemplating that. And I might just do it. Doesn't necessarily have to be green, but for the sake of this whole thing, it might be just a basic green. We'll see. Let's go on with this fellow here. I am so close to like being done, but I usually take my dog out about this time. Alright, this guy's going to be a nice red color. I'm going to use red and the green. They're opposite. So I use that for the dark. The inside of Mr. Poppy here. Alright. So what I'm going to do is come back, because I'm going to take him out. It's about that time. And I will be back and we'll finish off Mr. Poppy, put some leaves in there, and call it done. So I'll return this. And we're back. Okay. I guess it's Poppy time now. Trying to see how to approach Captain Poppy. I guess I'll use my little shampoo thing here. Little shampoo. And I'll just wet it up here. Make it a little slick. The paint to go forth. Get around here, right on top. Just like so. Going to use Pure Cat Red. All up around in here. I'm just blocking in the color right now. I can radiate the petals out toward this way like so. Something like that. Just pressing, going in different directions with it. Don't really want it to be super smooth. Doesn't need to be. While it's damp like that, I'm going to use the green and I'm going to feather it right out. Feather it out. Like so. As it dries, it won't appear to be green. It's kind of a darkish gray color. Much like that. You kind of see where I'm going with it. Let's concentrate on this guy. So we'll zoom in. Let's go downward and go here. Let's pull out a little bit. You can see the whole thing. Alrighty then. Basically what I'm looking for is what you see right there. Alright. These are petals towards us. Will be, I'll sketch it out here. Before I do that, I think I might want to do the traditional. Let's put the leaves in first. I'll do that right now. As a matter of fact, let me get a little. This time I'm gonna do ultramarine blue. This time instead of the cad blue, a little touch of ultramarine blue. A little more than that. Another dot there. I'll put the petals in the leaves in first. So a little blue, little cad green, ultramarine blue. Mix it in a little bit. Slightest touch of shampoo just to thin it a slight bit. I'm using a number 11 flat long handle thing here. I think I'll put Mr. Leaf coming out, have him come right on around here, something like that. Alright, and I'll have him thick here and a little thin right around there. Okay, getting some more ultramarine blue, a little more cad or phthalo green, a little shampoo, thin this stuff out a little bit. And I'll try not to make the leaves too large, but I will press down, come on in and lift up, press, lift, press, lift, press, lift, something like that. Do it on the other side. Oh man, you guys can't see it. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. That's where we are. Sorry about that, guys. Repeat performance. Here we go. Push, pull, lift. Do it again. You can do it again. Make this one a little longer. And another one here. Let's make that a little longer right there. That's what she's going to look like. Okay. And we're going to put the center of it right in there. Let's put another one right in here. Maybe another one hooking right in there like that. Something like that. Okay. I'm going to do another one. Getting more phthalo blue or ultramarine blue, the phthalo green. Let's get a little more shampoo, thin that mix up a little bit. I think I got plenty of it this time. Don't have to mess around with it too much. Let's put, since I have one here, let's put one going out this way. You guys can't see that. So let's pull back a little bit. There. Let's go right up here, so you guys can see what the heck I'm doing. And we're going to have another one shoot out maybe this way. So let's thin here, thicken it up a little bit like that. Same thing with this guy. Thicken him up and make him thin, taper right off like that. Have this guy taper off somewhere around here, like so. Now when I do these leaves like this, it's really your discretion of which ones you want to overlap. Let's go backwards. Let's go like that. Like that. Let's go, same thing with this guy. Something like that. Same thing here. You're going to push. Same thing here. Something like that. So it's up to you which ones you want to overlap. Okay. And we keep it just like that for right now. I may put something around there. Who knows? I might just like the little open area here with the streaks and all that fun stuff. Okay, let's get to the little bit of highlighting. You can highlight it whatever color you want. I'm gonna use a touch of red and some titanium white. A little bit of the shampoo in there. So I got kind of a weird grayish green funky kind of mix here. Alright, now let's use that for the shadow color right here, like that. And one more. Just a touch it right there. I would use that for the shadow color right here, one here, here, and maybe right there. I might want to have this one out in front, so I'll tease a little shadow color here, like that. Alright, clean off the brush. As far as highlights, your highlight can be any one of the three colors, or a lighter version of the green itself. Definitely up to you. Alright, So let's do the highlights up here. Using the white. I might use just a little bit of the yellow and a touch of the red and a touch of my shampoo to thin this down, and maybe a little more white, brighten it up a little bit. Alright, something like that. Touch of white, touch of red. I got one white, red, yellow, highlight color, and we're going to press, push, and gently come across. Lift it right up. Just like so. Let's do the same thing here. Something like so. Okay. We're going to aim downward to this guy right here. Let's do the same thing with him. Press and lift. Press, lift. Press, lift. Just like that. Rinsing off my brush. I'm going to use a little bit of white, touch of green, more white, with that green, thin my tip down, and add a little vein, center line coming round down. Same thing with this guy here, center line, and one here, center line. You can't see the ones I just did on the top. I just did a center line up in the top. Alright. And we're going to pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back. And we're going to center this back again. We're mainly going to concentrate on Mr. Flower here. So let's go push up here. Okay. Just like so. Alright. Leaf time. Let's do our petals. Just rinsing off the brush. We do it this way. The petals, I want to do the ones on the outside here. So it will mainly come up around here. We're going to have one outside here, come around in this direction. For some reason it's not writing on this very well, so you guys can't really see it. That's okay. I should do it with a little bit of the white, but that's alright. Now with the red flower, I'm gonna try to stay away from the white. I don't have any anyway. I have to put some more in there. Only for the extreme highlights will I put the white in with this. I won't need too much of this. I will use the red and the yellow. I'm going to mix white in with the yellow so it can be a little more opaque. Alright. But we're going to start with, let's see how I'm going to, I want to show you something here. I'll use the round brush for a second. Alright. Petals, let's do it this way. Petals come up around here. Some poppies, got some big leaves, so everything's going to aim in that direction. Okay. We're going to do another one. It's going to come up around in here, and down like that. And we're going to do another one. Oh, nice. I like the raggedness of these leaves, so put one right in there. Just like so. You guys can kind of see the pattern. And everything goes towards that little dot right there. So everybody's going to go in that direction. Right toward Mr. Dot there. See the arrows? See where the arrows are pointing? Yeah, all roads lead to Rome. Follow me? Alright. Okay. Good. So let's have a little fun. You already have your base color down. Okay. going to concentrate on the petals furthest away from us. So, got your base color already set. So we'll try for highlight, color highlight number 1. More red than yellow. Yellow is in here, but more red than yellow. I know I'm going to need more red, so I should get some out right now, but I'll do it when I get to it. Just the smallest dip of my little shampoo here, thinning the paint out. I don't want it too thin. All right, that is a notification. Who is it? Let's see here. Let's do this for a second. Hey Ben, how you doing? Yes, there is a major difference. Burnt sienna has more, let's say, blue in it. It's a deeper brown. I had to look at your question again. I don't think I've ever heard of a dark sienna. Usually that would be burnt sienna. Raw sienna would have more red in it, but it's still a deeper brown, but it has more red. So all has to do what do with which brown has the most of its opposite color. Okay, we're back. So, I'm getting more of my weird red yellow type of color, and I'm going to start a little bit past my my little white paint line. Press down. You're going to go in the direction of that dot. Follow me. You're going to overlap your strokes. Overlap your strokes. Keep going down right toward that dot. Get rid of that red line there. Alright, I'm getting some more of that color, and I'm going to keep it moving. Press and release. Getting some more red. I knew I was going to need some more red. A little bit of yellow. I'm adding no white. Let's get rid of this white line here. That white line will disappear with the highlights, so I'm not too worried about that. As you can see, as I press down and gently lift up, I'm aiming right towards that dot. Just like so. Alright. Now I'm going to add, let's go for the highlight right now. I'm adding titanium white and yellow. The slightest touch of red. This is highlight color. So what I'm going to do, just the tiniest little bit of shampoo to thin it. I don't want it too thin. What I'm going to do is, the strokes will remain the same, but not as long as the previous strokes. Alright, now the highlight actually is coming from this end here. press, come down, slowly lift. And right here, slowly lift in. Some can go in further than the others, up to you. Getting some more of the color. I'm going pretty slow with this. Just want you to see the strokes. Like so. Alright. Continuing on. Some of them don't have to be as prominent as others. You can have some go in a little further than others if you would like. This is the edge here. Alright. You see how it's all aiming toward that dot? That will give the illusion of it going into the crevasse inside of the dark area. We're going to go into the yellow and titanium white. A tad bit of the shampoo to thin this down. Need some more titanium white. Still got plenty of yellow in it, so it gives me a weirdish kind of peachy orange look. Try to stay away from white when you're doing the highlighting of a red flower of any sort, alright? And we're going to do it again, but more highlight. Just like so. And let's trail up that a little deeper in there, like so. And we're going to put one right there. Just tease one in there. Let's go here. Put a little bump, tease that in there. And one in here like that. Okay, that's cool. I don't want to keep playing with it, but I kind of like where that's going with that. Alright. Now I'm going to rinse out my brush. Continuing on. Lost my train of thought for a second. Lost my train of thought again. Sorry. Okay, we got the edge coming toward us here. I could either highlight this edge with a ran out of brown. I can kind of highlight this edge here. Just playing around with it. Just highlight that part. And then do my shading from the outside going in to separate it from the dark here. Just having a little fun with it. Okay. And of course, I used up my Cad Red. So, another dot of Cad Red. Getting down toward the end of this bad boy here. So, let us continue on. Okay, something very unique just happened to me. I have so many files on here that it just flat out cut out what I was doing, some of the highlights and stuff. So I'm sorry that you missed a lot of that. What I was getting onto was the actual highlighting of the little stamens there, the stuff that you see pop up here in the center. It's like almost the final part of the whole thing. But oh well. It is what it is. And we're going to put a few in here that kind of skirt this area in here. Of course, he makes his noise because, you know, I'm at the last bit of this. He was quiet for the last hour and 20 minutes. But it's okay. I don't want them all uniform. Add a little more white and put some here at the top. Some floating around in here. Try to get as bright as I can here. Last vestiges of white, but it's mixing in with the red. It's okay. Have some trailing off. Maybe some coming around here, trailing off over there. Have a little peak right in here. Like so. Alright. So let's pull this thing back and see what it totally looks like. Ta-da! Alright. There we go. Something like so. And I think we're just about finished with this one. I'll most likely do this live later on tonight or whatever. From the time of this taping video of this. Anyway, okay. So this should be really about it. I mean, I could add a bud or two flopping around here somewhere to add a little more interest if I desire to do so. I will most likely wait till it totally dries before I add a black border around this. Right now I think it's totally all this crazy color here. Okay, so I'll wait till it's totally dry and put some black on it for a black border. And plus I'm getting all sorts of notifications and stuff, people asking me things, so I will wait till the ample time to add yonder border to this. Okay. And as usual, once again, if you like what you see, write in the comments below. And any questions, write in the comments below. Like I said, write in the comments below, and I will try to answer the questions as best as I can. Alright. And it's been a pleasure for you to watch this. I hope you learned something from it. There we go. Well, I thought I would have to blacken the border, and I guess I don't have to. I mean, I could to make it deeper. I set it in. It would probably set it off a lot better if I did put black around the borders. But maybe I'll just leave it as is. I think I might leave it as is, and maybe I'll blacken the border on the next one. We'll see. All depends of how my mood goes and all that good stuff. But once again, thank you for watching it. I hope this helps you out. Doing your hydrangeas and little poppy, just out there on top, chilling out, doing what it's doing. And I'll see you again next time, alright? Bye-bye.